Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marlou and this is May in the Books. Welcome to this August wrap up. I do really enjoy these wrap ups just to see how much I read in a month and reflect on that. So start off with the first book was Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige June. This book is about Ren. At the beginning of the book she realizes that her fiance is in love with someone else. Then she goes to the other side of the world, which is the United States, where her dad lives, and then she meets Anders, who lost his wife 4 years ago and is still struggling to move on. So she's just trying to heal from her experience with her fiance in America, and things happen. This book is totally targeted as like heartbreaking. It even says on the front, and here it says an earth-shattering secret, a life-changing love story. Like, this is a fun, I cannot say that. This is a romance, and it also has some depth. That's what I would say about this book. I really enjoyed it. Is it heart-shattering to me? No, not really, but maybe if this is like you're just getting into reading and you're young and you're just reading the first like not young adult romance, this is super heartbreaking. I mean, this doesn't feel like young adult, so I like that, but also there's no spice in here or anything, so I like that. I think I gave this a 3.5 or 3.8, I forgot. It was enjoyable but not life-changing, so I do recommend it, but don't have these expectations of like it's gonna be super sad or anything. It's just fun. Yeah, I had fun reading that. And then I read Ghost by Dolly Alderton. I read her other book in June and I really enjoyed that one, and I started this one and I was like, huh? I don't like this writing at all, because she starts the book inviting people to her birthday party and she's just hating on them in her head, and I'm like, wow, this is not the type of woman I want to read about. But yeah, this book is about Nina Dean, who is a writer, and she's in her 30s and she doesn't have a husband or a kid, and other people do, and that's like, you know, struggles, and her dad gets dementia and that sucks. And then she meets Max, who tells her on date 1 that he's going to marry her. So yeah, this just basically a year in her life, and at first I was like, oh my god, she's insufferable, but then I just was reminded of how much I love Dolly Alderton's writing. It's just so, feels so real, so captivating. She has a really interesting way of writing about relationships and friendships that I just really enjoy. So I think I gave this book 3.8 stars. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as her other one, because I do think that I have read reviews about her memoir, Everything I Know About Love, that she's like privileged and self-absorbed and whatever, and you can say all those words about this book, but this is a work of fiction and that book is about someone's life. And I feel like in a memoir, if you're kind of insufferable, then you're being honest, and I appreciate that, you know what I mean? Don't be fake humble, just be yourself. And with the work of fiction you could be more humble because it's not you, so you know. But yeah, I gave them the same rating. The books look the same. It's, if you liked their other book, you will like this. I liked it. Then I read Deadly by Sarah Shepard. This is book 14 in the Pretty Liars series. Of course, it was fun, but I gave it a 3.2 because this book, there's some dark topics in here, but overall nothing really happens. It's just sort of like the results of the last book. You know, like something happened in the last book and this is resolving that, and I don't like that. So the series, I enjoy reading it so much, but I need to be honest, this book was not the best. Okay, and then I read Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I already sold my copy. This book, I've just heard so much about it. It's about Magnolia Parks and her boyfriend, on and off boyfriend, BJ, and they're sort of elitist, so they're famous, but they're not famous. and it's just, you dive right into their relationships, and it's like toxic and weird. And at first I was like, what am I reading? But then as I went into it, it is kind of addicting. So that kind of book, you really just need to read a few chapters and see if you could ever like that. I would not recommend it to just anyone. It's it feels like you're reading Gossip Girl, but I'm not talking about the books Gossip Girl, I'm talking about the show Gossip Girl, but you're reading it, and it's still different. I don't know. I think it's perfect for those girls who obsess about toxic men. I'm not that one of those girls, but I still kind of liked it. I give it 3.5 stars. It was like that book. I could exactly see why people love it and hate it. So that's why I gave it a 3.5, because I hate it and I love it at the same time. And then I read The Naturals by Jennifer, I don't remember. It was on sale as an ebook for €1, so I was like, yes, I'm gonna read this. I watch Criminal Minds, so I thought I would check this out. I did enjoy it. It was very like a short book, kind of, and easy. It's about these kids that get recruited as naturals, which are like helpers of the FBI. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta hate this because it's so unrealistic. But in the book, it doesn't feel super unrealistic or anything. They're not allowed to work on real cases. They're just allowed to work on cold cases. So that kind of makes sense. I don't believe that there's a sort of thing as people who can just tell through lies and like read emotions like that. I don't believe that. A natural profiler, okay, maybe, you know, some people are really perceptive. I understand that, but like reading emotions and reading lies is kind of, I don't know.
Okay, never mind. It's not realistic to show minors pictures of people who are
So, you
slaughtered.
know, take that with a grain of
I don't
salt. It
think
is a
that's
really fun
normal.
YA murder mystery series. I'll definitely continue it because I am hooked. So yeah. Have I rated that yet? I don't know. I think I'll give it a 3.8 because it did get me hyped to read more, and that's more than I can say about most books. Yeah. And then last but not least, I read Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kuang. This one was on my TBR even before it was out, and I really wanted to read it. I don't know if I was super happy with reading it or that it disappointed me. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I enjoyed this. I give it 3.5. It gave me anxiety. Why? This woman, let me tell you what the book is about. This woman steals another author's book. The author in this book, the main character is a white author, and she steals the work of her half Asian friend's work, and she kind of changes her name to sound more Asian, and it's kind of weird, and she steals her book but also like rewrites it, and she just at some point she's gonna get hate for it, you know what I mean? And a big portion of this book is her getting online hate, and I didn't know that. Like, I laughed really hard at all the tweets in this book. It was really funny, but it also gave me flashbacks to my high school Twitter experience. I've not been on Twitter since. You can guess why. Twitter's harsh, and it was really funny in this book, but reading as the main character, like her point of view, it felt super real, and it got me kind of stressed out. But yeah. Also in this book, by reading like what this book is about, I was like, we're gonna hate this woman and everything she does is awful. But because you read from her perspective, there's a lot of things she does that, of course, are like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Obviously. But sometimes like she does not really just steal the book. She does sort of rewrite it. It's still wrong, but she does write in it. I don't know. I thought I was just gonna hate the main character all the time, but I only hated her like most of the time. It was an experience. This is definitely a very interesting book. I love how different it is from other stories. Maybe I should give it a 3.8. I thought it was very cleverly written. I just thought that it was just a little, like, the beginning was the most interesting to me, and then the middle part was kind of like slow and really sad, and then at the end it was like, how is this going to end? You know what I mean? So the beginning is the most fun, and that's sad. Then you suck down a little bit. But this author is good, but this is not her normal genre, but I like that she did this. definitely a very interesting book. So yeah, those were all the 6 books I read this month. I started the month off really slow and then I finished books super quickly, so I'm hoping that for September I can read a lot more. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. Every opinion is valid. I can definitely see why you would like or dislike some books. As you can see in my opinions, I'm very double-sided on everything because I can totally understand why you would hate or love something. Hopefully in September I can read a few more books and yeah, I can't wait to show you. If you want to see me film any other videos this month, please let me know and I would love to see you next time.